All right, good evening, Internet land. We are here in the wonderful Windy City going against St. Louis. And on the jam line, right off the bat, we have Mighty Mighty Boston, M2, going against Illinois, 3-1-2. And Illinois pushing towards the front. Mighty Boston gets hit to the outside and is pulled all the way to the back by KWOW and Yvette Your Maker.
Don't get it confused with the band, Scott. It's
right.
Boston.
Boston.
Mighty Boston.
Not Boston. I'm
nope.
Scarface. I mean, that kind of right. It's going to be
I'm here with
difficult for me.
Scarface. This is Moby Nips.
So Illinois got out, and she's on her scoring pass.
We just got the arch rival jammer just got out.
About 3/4 lap behind her, and she has just got up to the St. Louis wall, and it's given her a good go-round, and she got past one, calling it off, and I believe it'll be 1-0.
2 points.
Oh,
2 points.
2-0 goes to Windy. And now we have 400,
Looks like
which,
it.
according to my trusty roster here, is Brickyard.
Against
Brickyard 400.
Against
in allusion to NASCAR, which actually happens in Indianapolis, but she's in St. Louis. They're close, though, so that's fine. It's all
no
Midwest.
idea what you're talking about.
It's all love.
Against Jam Burglar for Windy City Roll.
Who is a new transfer from Florida.
She's new. This is her second season. Last season she came mid-season.
That's right.
Transfer from
second win.
Tallahassee?
Florida.
That's from Florida.
My geography is hazy.
Tallahassee's in Florida. So, you know.
And
we got the St. Louis girl out first.
But she is not lead. She had a out-of-play pass, so that it is a no pass, no penalty, but you do not get lead. So Jam Burglar calls it off before St. Louis can score any points, so we are still at that 2-0 Windy lead. But this is a pretty good showing for
the 3-4 jam.
Short jammer rotation right now with Boston on the jam line for St. Louis.
Jam number 3.
Going against Jane, number 4 for St. Louis. Or is that Barla? That's Jane.
Nope, that's Jan.
Okay.
Jan Trainer.
For Windy City. Pigtails, kind of, I get confused with Barla.
Jan Trainer's, she's a new transfer this year from the Outfit.
Formerly known
as Queefer Sutherland. That's true.
So Boston is scoring right now, and she has completed her full pass. Where Jan is
first
now
pass. Jan just got a track cut, so she's.
But we are playing on the 30-second penalty rule set now, so that jammer is going to be in quickly, and power jams are not going to be the juggernaut that they used to be. Only maybe 1 or 2 passes on a power jam now.
Yep, easy pass through for our rival there. She's coming back around. I believe this is her 3rd scoring pass that she's coming up on.
Windy's jammer standing in the box, and St. Louis's wall is ready for her in the back of the pack, while St. Louis has cleared and is coming back up towards the back of the pack.
St. Louis has a good positioning with Windy. They've got Windy stuck in the turn.
But both jammers are fighting through. And
Jan's stuck in the back. She's still on her initial pass, so she's not scoring any points yet.
But she does sneak in on that inside line on those toe stops.
Mighty Boston still stuck in the pack.
All you young derby players out there, make sure that you are toeing that line when you are going in. Make sure you know where your toe stops are compared to that line, because those refs are watching.
And that was a big, big jam for Boston. She got 17 points.
Woo!
Windy's still stuck at 2. We're going into fourth jam.
And we have Illinois going for Windy City, and we have, again, their short jammer line going 400. Which is Brickyard. They're doing 2 jammer rotation right now.
Yep, going against Illinois. Killa's already jammed, right?
Yep.
Yep, so this is her 2nd time out there, along with Brickyard's 2nd time out there. They're both pushing hard against those packs, though. Pushing hard against all 4
and it
blockers.
Looks like Brickyard up on the outside.
Wow. They got through it almost the same time, and Killa just barely got the lead, and she's calling it off right away. And Windy City's, their bench is currently closer to the jam line, so they've been running out and stealing that back wall every time so far against the jam line. Remember when we used to line up on the pivot line?
What?
I know, so long ago.
That's cray. That'd be cray. We have a St. Louis pivot in the box right now, so there is a slight advantage for Windy City, 4-3 blockers. And we have Jam Burglar again on the line for Windy City.
Going up against Ida for arch rival.
Number 1968, Ida the Living Dead. which we used to have a skater on Windy. Whoop! And there goes Jan Burglar right off the outside. Didn't even see her.
An
She's
easy
so
pass
tiny
through.
and sneaky. You underestimate
Oh,
her
we've got the
sneakiness.
arch rival girl going to the box for a track cut. And that gives Jamie a huge advantage.
And that wall that
Jamie the Jan Burglar.
They hit her out to the inside and they brought her back, but Windy City was able to keep the blockers towards the front of the pack, so they could not string her all the way back to the apex. And Jan Burglar is
Jamie
out.
breaks through.
And
She's got her
there's
first
5 in the sky.
So we
got 7-17, 10,
All
10
right.
jam, 10-point jam right now, or game,
See
I
if
should say.
Jamie can get Windy to the double point
That
mark.
is a cut on Jan Burglar,
Oh,
so she will
no.
be hitting the box. We're going to have a jammer swap.
Ida's already standing, so let's see if she can get there before Ida's released. Doesn't look good. Still only 30 seconds in the box, though, because we are playing under the new rules.
And St. Louis is in the back, and they're giving her some offense to mix up
Whoa.
the pack.
Big hit there. Couldn't see who it was, but it took a lot of people down.
K-Wow's really wrestling her to the inside line. Ruth in Asia, number 81, is backwards facing right now. Was
And
giving her a
Yvette
good
is
shoulder.
giving her the business.
But she does clear, and that was her initial pass. So she did not get any points on that one. But
And this
she's
is-
coming up for it now. But here
This is
comes
going to be a
Jamie
full
as well.
2-minute jam as well, since both jammers have been to the box. Jan Burglar had lead, and she's in the box, so it'll be a full 2 minutes.
And we have 2 in the front that have just let the St. Louis jammer go.
That pack is huge
Ida,
right now.
Yeah.
All right, Jamie with an easy, quick jump through.
But she still has 2 blockers to deal with, and she skirts by on the outside. In the
Less than
meantime,
10 seconds left on that clock.
giving Ida the go through in the middle of the pack now.
That KY is a hard blocker to get around. She plays for Team Canada right now,
Her
as well
butt
as
is
Windy City
everywhere.
Rollers. Her butt is everywhere. She'll be in your face. Her butt will be in your face.
Seriously.
She's a tough blocker to get around. All right, lining up for the next jam. We've got Jan Trainer on the line for Windy City. Again, going up against, sorry, it's hard to see from here
I believe
sometimes.
that's M2 again.
All right.
Yep, we have Boston on the line again for St. Louis.
Have they been rotating between, is it Boston and
Brickyard,
and
yep.
Brickyard?
Yep.
Those girls are
Yeah, 'cause they're
crazy
getting-
powerful endurance then.
Yeah.
Because they are
You're
tough
getting
out
hit
there
by
too.
Hoosier and Bork and KWOW. You know,
Some of
that's-
these
but
powerful
we did
blockers.
get Jan, who got a cut track
Oh,
on the
no.
inside. Barely. Just one wheel of her skate went on the inside. But
That
that's all you
counts.
need. All you young derby players out there, one wheel, that's a cut. It's always better, especially if you're that jammer. Just if you're not sure, go all the way to the back.
And we've got an archival blocker in the box as well, so it's a 4-3 pack out there with only one jammer, only the arch jammer. And she is
Who's your mama?
fighting
Is
her way through.
Shouldering her harsh.
She's stuck behind Bork right now. Looks like Smarty McFly is giving her the business.
Well, I'll tell you what, she's doing
Only
a really
Bork to get
good
around.
job.
Yes.
Boston's doing a really good job staying in bounds. Windy City
She
is
is.
trying their hardest to hit her out, and she's just not having it. She's staying in the middle line, which all you young derby players out there, make sure those jammers, you got to stay in the middle. 'cause
Always
once
stay
you're
in the
out,
middle.
you're going all the way back.
They're killing it though.
There's no
Those
mercy.
archival jammers, Brickyard and Boston, are just
Machine.
killing it. They've got the scup.
A
Looks like
forearm.
forearm.
I didn't see who she gave it to, but Illinois just skipped through that St. Louis line. And now Windy City's trying to hold back one of the St. Louis blockers, so Illinois only has 3 to deal with as opposed to 4, which even just one blocker less really helps out quite a bit.
It does.
But St. Louis is holding on to her pretty.
Killa's already
Pushing up
weaseling up to the pack again.
So she
And
has received 1 point for the block she passed, and she already received that jammer point because the jammer was still in the box when she
She's
passed
got
that blocker.
2 to beat, but she got pushed out of bounds, so she's got to recycle all the way to the back. And Brickyard just got hit out as well, so she's going to be recycling all the way
Illinois
around.
almost got hit to the
Wow.
outside, but did
The
a nice little turn
Turn.
and kept herself inside and
Our
got that.
rival, she only got her initial pass, so she
5
didn't
in
get
the
any
sky
points on
again.
this one, and Killa brought the score up, 25 Windy City, 30 Arch Rival. Who we got,
Let me
Ska?
guess.
Oh, let me guess. No, we got a new one out there, looks
Yeah,
like.
what is that? 1968? Who's? Let me see. this here.
1968, that sounds familiar.
Ida,
Ida
the Living Dead.
going against Jamburger for Windy City. or Jammy for short when you guys hear us say Jammy.
And we have Who's Your Mama, Tamikaze, Bork, and Smarty McFly for Windy City. For St. Louis, we have Party Foul.
Whoa.
Mayor.
Tommy slipped, took out the jammer. She's going to be going to the box for that.
But Jam Burglar did get out to get lead jammer, while the St. Louis blocker is still being dealt with by Bork, but does slip by her on the inside. Here comes Jammy on the outside, runs right through the two St. Louis blockers.
She got all the points. She's going to call it off. She got all 4. Oh, she got 3 out of the 4. Looks like she got all 4. She's trying to fight for it.
Not happy about that.
She tried to do a turn at the last minute to get her hips up there. It looks like Windy is down 2 skaters in the box to start this jam.
Yeah, we have the pivot, Tamikaze, and, or is that Yvette Maker?
Looks like Hoosier. The officials are in the way from here.
So we have 2 Windy City blockers out there, which
going against a full arch rival pack.
But it is KWOW and Ruth and Asia.
That's going to be hard no matter what, no matter who you are.
Boston, who is
and they're holding their solid.
One, and almost eked out on the inside.
Man!
But then Ruth hit her out, and when somebody hits your jammer out, don't let those blockers get back there.
Looks like Jen Trainer got out first, but she is not lead. Our rival was lead, and she called it. No points for anyone.
And what am I, lovely binoculars tell me? That is Brick on the line for St. Louis yet again. Is that Varla?
That is Varla Vendetta going up for Windy City Rollers. Has Varla been in yet?
No. She likes to squat like that.
She does like to squat like that.
She hides behind people. You don't know where she's coming in.
And to be fair, Varla standing up is almost hiding.
Yes.
She's a pretty short girl.
And she just scoots in on the outside. She just ducked right down.
She is a talented skater.
But then Brickyard, geez Louise, I'll just give some...
Bork was trying to pull a cut on her.
Cheers to you and your endurance, Brick, because holy Moses.
Wow. Varla Vendetta
got
easily just skating around all the arch rival skaters. They've got 1 blocker in the box right now against a full Windy City pack.
Oh, and if you're playing at home, we do have a lead change.
I believe that's a drink, right?
Salud.
Salud.
All right, what do you have? Ida? Let me.
We got Ida going up against that Jam Burglar.
Ida and Jam Burglar, and then we have Wallop and.
It's hard to see. Can't see any numbers from here.
We're in the mezzanine. See, we have the opera seats
we do
here at
indeed.
UIC Pavilion. So
Scott's got some great opera glasses to help us out.
Well, one does.
Oh, wow.
Yanga Fire is on the line. Holy cow, I didn't even realize she was out there. She gets out.
Yanga Fire was out there going up against, can you see who that arch rival jammer was?
That was Ida.
Ida got out. Yeah. She got out. She fell. And she got out, so she got lead. She got out clean. But because she fell, she got sucked back into the pack, so she just called it right away, just as Ying had gotten out.
All right, we have Killinois, and there's Brick.
All right.
No, M2. That was Boston. My bad. Brick's getting.
We're gonna start getting them mixed. Yeah, we're gonna start getting them mixed up.
I know. Well, it's like they have the same people. They're all the same. They're all machines.
And one thing we forgot to mention. Oh wow, looks like Killa was hit down right off the line there. She's got to go all the way back, whereas Boston's up front, fighting against that Windy City pack. One thing we have not mentioned yet was that the bout that took place directly before this, which was each of these teams' B teams, a lot of the skaters that played for our rival in that bout are also playing for the All-Stars in this bout. So they're on their second hour of derby now, and that's got to be exhausting for anyone. No matter how great of endurance and no matter how great of a skater you are, it's exhausting for anyone.
And not just physically.
Mentally, emotionally.
Yeah, the whole gamut.
Yep.
That's why you practice.
That is why you
Hours
practice.
and hours.
This is why we don't see our family.
Your mind. By the way, St. Louis has 33 to Windy City's 34.
Oh, wow. We're getting tight.
Yep, inching up. So we got Jam Burglar again for Windy City going up against. That's who I thought it was last time. But it's this time. It's Brick.
It's Brick. All right.
We should have a little lotto or something. You know?
And we do, we couldn't quite track who all of the arch rival girls were who are on their second game tonight. However, we can tell you that there are several Windy City skaters out there tonight.
Jam Burglar gets hit out.
who are on their
Hits
first
out.
game ever with the Windy City Roller All-Stars, and some of them who are on their first game ever with the Windy City Roller All-Star, or Windy City Rollers, period. So this is their first game ever with the Windy City Rollers. A lot of transfers out there. We've already told you about Jan Trainer, formerly Queefer Sutherland, who skated for the outfit, the Chicago outfit. Going to the box right now is Killams. She formerly skated for Madison. Jan Burglar. Oh, wow. No,
Okay.
don't.
Two
All
insane
right.
things just happened with Jan Burglar. One, she basically eagled on the inside line past the entire pack, and then got knocked down, went on her knees and crawled back out, and then almost got through the pack, and then her edge work is phenomenal.
It is phenomenal.
Right
Jan Burglar, this is
Lewis, she's got 2 left to go, and she skirts out on the outside. See, that's the thing with Varla Vendetta, man. She will toe that line, no pun intended, because that's cliche, I understand that, but literally she, again, same exact thing. She just scoots out on the outside. You think you have her out, and that was on a second hit. A double up hit finally got Varla out.
now Varla, she just keeps taking the hits and just skating on by.
In the meantime,
She's out.
Ida's
still stuck.
having
She's
a
stuck behind
problem
Hoosier and Killams. And
Working.
now Smarty McFly, who hit her out earlier. Smarty,
ooh,
fun fact, is a transfer this year. This is her first bout with the Windy City Rollers All-Stars. And she is from ARRG, who we are
she's playing her
tonight.
old teammates. So
She
she's got a
is.
little inside track, if you know what I mean.
Varla getting hit out. Who's that hit her out? Number 4, looks like. Yeah, it looks like Mayor Frances Slayer just hit her out, and I think she didn't realize that Varla was going to recover so quickly. That Varla, you got to watch out. She was on.
She's feisty.
She's feisty. She was on Team USA last year. She's a really amazing skater, and she just stepped right
Quickly, and her ability to just glide along the line where you think you've gotten her out. Her
a brick
wheels.
blank house.
So we have Yang Fire for the second time for Windy City.
5 feet behind her already.
Now she's like a stride. And Windy City struggling to get to the front so that they are not taken as points, but St. Louis calls it because Yang was just right on her tookus.
It's a 0-0. Current score, Windy City 49, Arch Rival 33. In case your video feed is not working on your home computer.
We have Brick and Killinois on the line. We have Wallop, Rhino, and 12-9.
Windy, we've got Smarty McFly, Bork, Tamikaze, and Hoosier Mama. We've got experience that will make you...
Oh, but she does scoot in on the inside and gets lead.
And unfortunately, though, Killinois is already back up. She's already back through the pack. She's fighting past that last arch rival blocker, and she's through for all 4 of those points. Oh, nope, that was...
Who was that?
1960.
We have party foul.
Ida, for Ida jamming.
Yeah.
Am I correct? Yep, again for arch rival. Pretty simple there to get through. Jammy's just fighting against the last 2 blockers. She jumped one, and now she's just got 1 to go. Does a simple turn. She's quick on those turn feed. Windy City's just jumping up front. They've got Killams in the box. Arch Rival's down 1 in the box, who's 8,100.
That was Tupac.
Tupac's in the box. Ida's trying to jump around, turn those hips around to get that last point on Windy City, and Ruth and Asia just, oh no, was that K-Wow, just would not let her. She just kept turning with her until there were no points to be had.
2 St. Louis in the box now. We have Tupac. I can't see Mayor. Mayor and Tupac are in the box for St. Louis, and I think we have Killams for Windy City. So we have a minivan jam. Is that what we call this?
We have a what? A minivan jam? I believe you're right. I believe you're right.
I don't know if they count the jammers in that one or not. Like I can never remember the exact
minivan jam. Yeah, because the jammers drive.
Swiss cheese.
We've got 3. Oh, we've only got 1 blocker on the track for our tribal, which is good fortune that it was called off, because our tribal is not really represented well on that track right now.
Which, I don't know why they only had 1 on there, because there was 1 standing.
Because it was the rotating. circle of the rotating
it's like a
circle of shame.
merry-go-round. It goes around, around, and up and down.
It does. We had people entering from a penalty. We had people exiting for penalties. So we've got one St. Louis blocker standing. We've got one sitting, and we've got one Windy
Rick
City
and Jan
blocker
are the jammers.
sitting in the box.
Ooh!
We've got
And
Jan
Jan
Trainer out for lead jam
Kirk's
right
around on the
now.
outside by the skin of her teeth.
We've got our rival almost out of the pack, just Ruth to get around, and she sneaks through her on the inside. Jan Trainer already back around. Looks like she got past the first two blockers. She just fighting past the next two. Even though there were only three, she got sucked back up. She got 3 points out of that one and called it before the St. Louis jammer could jump back around.
So we have a 20-point game right now, 58-38 Windy City. And we have Ida and Ying on the jam line. For Windy City, we have Who's Your Mama, Bork, and Smarty McFly. For St. Louis, we have Party Pooper, Party Father.
Party.
Oh my God.
She's not a party
Sorry,
pooper,
that's
guys.
just what comes out of my mouth when I say party. Is that messed up? I think so.
All right. Looks like both teams just tried to hold the pack still for a second there because they each had a blocker standing in the box. Those blockers came out, tried to clear the packs quickly.
Ying's rear
Ying tried to get through, and she ended up in the box.
Cutting one of the blockers as she was trying to skirt on the outside, and one of her wheels just went a little over the line, and that's all you need to do to get a penalty.
Wow, a lot of baseball-looking signals coming from the coach on the arch rival bench to the jammer, and she is jumping her way through the pack right now.
Nice
stuck with
turn.
Bork. She turns around and shimmies those hips past everyone until she is through.
Yeah, all you young derby players out there, it's not just pushing straight through. It's using those edges and turning your hips around them. And we call it creepy octopusing here in Windy City, of where you just meld your body around the side of that blocker to get those points and get out of that pack. And that's exactly what that St. Louis blocker did. But Jan, the Windy City jammer, or Ying, my goodness. Ying of Fire is out of the box and almost out of the pack. One more St. Louis blocker to go by. In the meantime, St. Louis jammer is about a quarter lap ahead. And Ying gets ridded out and back into the pack. Now she has two blockers she has to deal with. In the meantime, the St. Louis blocker jammer is coming around looking to score some more points. Ying's got one more in the front. She's finally out.
They're looking to close this lead, and they are doing a great job of it. It's already 58-48, and it looks like that arch rival jammer has already scored a few more
just
points.
lays her out, and she just takes a second on the ground to call it off and say, hey, I'm comfortable right here for the
Three
moment.
more, taking the score to 51-58. Windy City just barely holding on to that lead.
Bork, one of the captains, just went to talk to one of the refs in the middle for a second. Sometimes if they notice a certain kind of penalty that's bothering them, they'll say, hey, ref, why don't you pay attention to multiplayers or something, because it's bothering
I bet I can
me.
call this without the binoculars. Scott, do we have Boston on the line for our rival?
We
We've
sure
got
do.
Illinois on the line for Windy City. Killa all the way up front, pushing against that arch rival pack. We've got Boston stuck way at the back with a four-wall of Windy City. The box is clear, and Killa just has one blocker to go to get out of that. Oh, and she's head out.
Way to go,
And that
St.
girl's going to
Louis.
the box. And
That's Buffalo.
okay.
Tatanka.
And I don't believe that our rival ever made it out of that pack, but they, that jam did end, bringing Windy City up to 67. Our rival's still sitting at 51.
Jeez, it's Brick again. I mean, and she's still heaving and hawing from the last jam she was in.
Man.
Holy Moses.
We can see her
No
chest moving
mercy.
from the balcony.
Well, Windy only has two blockers out there, so at least her struggle is
true.
not going to be. And it shows
And she
because
just
she is
jumped right
out.
through. And she did not go against easy blockers. We've got veteran Windy City roller all-stars Who's Your Mama and Ruth and Asia.
Oh, me a Coke.
And we've got Yvette back out there, Yvette your maker, back out there from Windy City from the box. She is
Jamberg
also
coming up on the outside. And
veteran
I know
all-star.
she at least got one.
no points.
She got three.
I thought you meant Windy City.
We got none. Louis is doing just fine with their three that they're going through because Ida is back on the line.
Ida's
for St.
back on the
Louis, and
line.
She's only got two more to go before she gets lead.
And
But
look at
Carla,
her feet move.
Varla scoots out on the outside, and Ida is
Marty McFly sneaking right up there, allowing her teammates to recycle up. They weren't quite able to gain control and hold her, though. And they're just trying to open up a path, so Varla has an easy for Boston to try and give Killinois a hit. Killinois sneaks right by her, stays in with a nice spread eagle on the inside line. She gets through, and she's on her second scoring pass now, just as Boston has escaped the pack.
Boston's about a half a lap back, and Killinois only has 2 blockers to
She's
go.
only got one left. She's going to call it off, take those 3 points, and run. Or, skate slowly back to the... Still, yeah.
And we are at halftime. Wow, that was a fast 30 minutes.
You are staring at a track. It goes really fast. All right, I guess we could do some shout-outs then. I was asking...